everybody can give a hand who knows what a workation is. Okay, maybe I have to explain later again what is this. But then from those people who know what it is, who offers this kind of benefit, like working from abroad in their company? All right, so yeah, that's basically what you will see later as well, because statistics show it's usually half. So I think we have a good audience here. Let me take this one then. So who we are, Holger will say a little more in detail about himself later, maybe about me. I'm from the solution, basically. So working at WorkFlex, we're a technology company. My background is also technology. I've been working in IT for almost 9 years now, leading a team of consultants at WorkFlex. So, and what we want to talk about today, I mean, Workation, for everybody who doesn't know it, it's basically that you do home office in another country, so not in your home country. And you know all these trends nowadays, so basically companies saying back to the office, others saying no, we actually want to treat our employees as adults, so we trust them that they can work also in their home office. And in Germany, for example, you see nowadays the whole home office curve, it's basically went up during COVID, and it kind of like, it's quite stable nowadays in the end. So maybe in the beginning here to also give you a question to you, Holger, because I think we can maybe do this a little bit interactively. What is the current position of Omnicom in the market, like regarding working from home and working in the office?
Yeah. So hello from my side. Good afternoon. Our current position in this is at the moment we have a 60-40 working policy, means 60% of the time could be work from anywhere and 40% within the office. This is not in line with our global policy that says 3 times in the office. We have some competitors in our market saying 4 times or 4 days per week in the office, but we still keep that 60-40 in favor for flexible work environment.
Are there any companies here who go all the way back to 5 days the office, or no? Okay. Yeah.
Maybe I need to add, we reduced our desks in the offices in that amount that we're not able to offer everyone a desk when he wants to come to the office. So,
yeah, and basically, I think we talked about this already a couple of times today. Again, another statistic showing what everybody knows: we have a shortage of skilled labor. This is now again for Germany, and I think we also talked, or some people said, I think Momox, you said like 75 nationalities in your company. This is also something, very basic statistics saying basically in Germany, or a lot of employees nowadays, not most of the, but almost half nowadays, have a background of like coming from another country. There are even like 20% or close to 20% who are actually not born in Germany in the end. So this also shows to tackle this skilled or a shortage of skilled labor, you kind of have to bring people from other countries also to Germany to fill open positions in the end. And what do people care most about? This is a study from McKinsey. It's basically workplace flexibility. So of course this means home office, but it also means working maybe from another country, because this is in the end what we want to talk about, like about working from another country in the home office basically. And in this study, workplace flexibility basically came second right after compensation. And this is maybe also, let me go back. This is, I think, maybe interesting for everybody who isn't offering Workation yet. So it's like 50% already do it. But what is interesting, like most of the employees actually think that they would take this into consideration and actually use this benefit if it would be offered in the end. And the thing is, from the statistic before, you see there's a lot of people from other countries nowadays working in Germany, And for them, this benefit is actually important. So a lot of people kind of like always think workation because people think vacation. It means lying at the beach and pretending to work. But actually workation is more about going and visiting family abroad and maybe combine the holiday with staying longer and working from there. And the more people we get from other countries, the more important this benefit also gets. I think we will also talk about this later from your example. And this also shows what we actually as a company see from our clients, like how, what countries are actually destinations that people want to go. And as you can see, for example, the third place, this is not Europe anymore. This is also not famous for all the beaches. They also probably have beaches, but it's not famous for that. It's actually because we have a lot of people also from India nowadays working in Germany. Also Turkey, I think, is quite important for Germany as well. And this is important to also reflect the needs of those employees, I guess. Maybe another statistic, then I'm done, I promise. But it's also, I think it's helpful for everybody who didn't think about this benefit yet. And it's also about like why Workation actually can help you in talent retention and recruitment. I think we also talked about a lot of that today. This is also showing basically that most of the experts, I have actually some reports about this for everybody who's interested, brought with me. There's more details on that as well, but you can see that more than half are actually seeing an improvement in talent retention and recruitment as well. And what is usually hindering companies to implement this benefit, it's usually leadership support. So what we see from a lot of clients, that the senior management is against this. Again, maybe because they say, yeah, beaches and we don't want people, or they will not be productive in the home office. And therefore, we don't want to give them the possibility to work even further away. And we have no control about that. Some people also say there's no demand. I mean, we have also a lot of industry companies. They don't have so many employees that could actually work from abroad, so cannot help them there. But again, concerns about employee productivity is basically the same from the first leadership support. So I think if you want to implement this benefit, you definitely have to make sure to always include leadership and senior management in this. Otherwise, the initiative will fail. And I actually have seen companies where the whole HR department, they were all on board. They brought the CFO on board, but the CEO killed the whole project at the end. So they put in a lot of resources, a lot of time, and in the end had nothing to show for it. So if you want to do it, start also very early by including someone, especially the people from the top. And to give one or two sentences about WorkFlex, so what we do now in this whole situation, so we don't book flights or, I don't know, provide any houses for Workation. There's actually something very annoying about Workation and working from abroad. It's all the compliance stuff. So you always have risks that you have to take into consideration. It's the same for business travel or when you have assignments, expats and everything. And yeah, usually this is something for HR departments and they don't like it. And that's actually where we come into play, because we say we want to take away this effort from our clients and make them or help them offer the benefit of Workations. Also, of course, to reduce, for example, administrative effort, maybe also regarding other topics like business travel. And yeah, as you can see, this is a more, let's say, modern approach. We use technology for this problem. We use algorithms to have actually automized risk assessments and also automated processes to create or generate all the necessary certificates. Sometimes you even need a visa, for example, when working abroad. And I think now we're getting to the more interesting part, because Holger will now tell us a little more about your experiences with Workation.
Oh my God, I kind of work under pressure. Yeah, a few words about me. I'm Holger. I'm a Chief People and Culture Officer at Omnicom Media Group. I have this role now since 2 years, and I feel a bit like Mark. I think Mark was your name, yeah, from Procurement at Currenta. Because I worked as the CEO of one of our agency brands for 7 years. So I'm not an original HR talent people guy. So I'm a business leader in my DNA. But I feel very well in my new role and also feel well in this community, I would say. But I'm still expanding my connections into the community. So if someone wants to add me at LinkedIn or to connect with me, you're welcome. Some words about, I'm going back. Omnicom Media Group. Who knows Omnicom Media Group? Good. So it's afternoon. I'd like to move, that you move a bit. Who knows Volkswagen? Raise your hands. Are there people not knowing Volkswagen? No, I can't believe. So, who knows Mercedes? Okay. Who knows Aldi supermarket? Who knows McDonald's? Who knows Rewe supermarket? Everybody. Okay, cool. These are also our clients. And if you see an advertisement of these companies, no matter in which media, TV, online, posters, radio, print, wherever, it went through our hands. Every single advertisement of these companies. So we are in 110 markets, so we belong to Omnicom Group. Omnicom Group is the third largest communication and advertising network. We're listed in New York at the stock exchange. Omnicom Media Group, OMG, is the media part. So we care for the media budgets of our clients. We consult them how to invest their media budgets. And as you can see in the number left down, it's a lot of money. It's globally $38 billion we invest for our clients in media. In Germany, it's about 3.5 billion euro, just in Germany. As you can see, 24,000 people worldwide, and I don't think that I need to go into the numbers because we're a true global network. In Germany, we have 2,200 employees. We are in 7 cities with 8 offices. And I mentioned before when I said I used to work as a CEO, that I worked for one of these agency brands. These are our brands. So we are a network, we are a holding company, Omnicom Media Group, and we act for our clients with different brands. For example, to solve competitive issues. I told you, so Volkswagen Group, Mercedes, we also work for Renault Nissan, we also work for Jaguar Land Rover. So we need a lot of brands to do the advertising. And how was our way to work with WorkFlex? So my role today is I'm a happy client of Philipp. I assume he has a lot of happy clients, but maybe I'm the most happiest one. We started our common journey started back in 2020 during Corona, and it was not by purpose; it was accidentally. I need to say. From one day to another, all of our people worked from home. Some of them went to their home countries, to their families. And until now, we never had a kind of a policy or something that regulates how to work from home or mobile work. We installed that in 2022. This was the first time when we had a mobile working policy. At that time, it was 80-20. I told you now it's 60-40. And we allowed Workation just within European countries. Our Workation policy at that time, and it's still more or less the same, means 6 weeks per year. You can work from everywhere, but just 4 times a year. So we don't want that people say 15 times 2 days. So 6 weeks, 4 occasions, and a minimum of 1 week, because it costs money. That's a downside, I need to say. So it's not for free. It costs money. It costs also manpower, and this is the reason why we had that policy. In 2023, we started to work with WorkFlex, and the reason was that, and Philipp mentioned that, the legal risks and all the money and the manpower we put into checking if it's okay for our people to go into other countries, it was really too much. And at that time, we decided to work with an external partner, with a professional partner. And you saw that dashboard or that surface, and it's very easy for our employees. They do it on their own. There's no one in our team doing it for the people, so every employee has access to that surface, to that tool, to that app, and can apply for a Workation, and then the leaders will approve. It's all in the system, and it's very easy. So in 2024, we adapted our work policy. We included also countries outside the European Union. The reason for this was that we saw that a lot of our people, as Philipp already mentioned, came from countries outside, and if they wanted to visit their families for a longer time, it was difficult for them. And still, we had that legal risk topic, and also the costs for our risk management and to solve all these issues. So in this year we decided to go further with WorkFlex. So we also expanded our package. You see that credits number, it's 400 credits. So it's not handled in monies, but in credit points. So our employees know that, for example, a European Workation needs less credits than a Workation outside European countries. So here are some numbers from us, from our work with WorkFlex. In that time, since 23, when we started to work with them, we had almost 600 requests for Workations. And our people, they requested it in average about 60 days before they go to the Workation. We have already almost 500 approved trips, and in average 11 days. So it's not as long as we might suppose. We have 52 destination countries now in that time. It's half-half, half inside EU and half outside of Europe. And we used until now 582 credits. And this means that we had about 33 requests per month in our agency group. So it's across all brands we have. And the really interesting thing, and this is my last slide, is that just the offer of a Workation creates new occasions and new use cases. And one of the most favorite ones at the moment is to go with an entire team. So they book, for example, a finca in Spain, or they go to Denmark to a holiday house or somewhere else with 5, with 8, with 10 people, and they live together and they work together. And this creates an amazing and a massive bonding within the teams. We heard a lot that afternoon that it's all about people, and this is really about people working and living and having fun together in a nice place, and it's all legal safe. And they all cover the costs on their own. So it's not an agency benefit. So they come together, they book together that house, their flights, whatever they need, their accommodation, their food. We just provide the legal safeness that they can go and work from abroad. Another case, it's not too often, but this is one of my colleagues from the people team. he has serious health issues, and his doctor said, it would be good for you to go in a good climate for at least 6-8 weeks a year. And this is how he uses Workation. It's not just because I like that country and it's fun, it's also an health use case. So that's from me. If you have any questions, we'll later on in the round table. And thanks for attention.